YouTube, bro, checking out, man. This is probably gonna be one of the craziest true crimes we about to get into, bro. If you ain't got a snack, bro, go get you a snack. I ain't got one. I just got me a little soda and a water. Let's get into it.
Very odd that our daughter is traveling with Joe, and we don't hear anything from Joe. To me, that's very odd.
I always find it interesting when people are like super shocked that you would make a decision out of like the kindness of your heart or a decision out of love, because
Cheers.
it makes me think. The reason you're asking me like, are you sure, or are you not gonna go back on your decision, or is because you would do that.
There was a TikTok couple.
So you're so shocked that I would do something.
Let me turn my mic down a bit.
Because you wouldn't do it.
There we go.
31-year-old influencer Ashley Janae went on a luxury birthday trip to Zanzibar and got engaged to the love of her life, Joe McCann. The next day, he found her in their villa's walk-in wardrobe. Now, her family is rejecting the official story, and the internet is teeming with theories that this man can't seem to shake. She got tired of faking the funk for social media and approached him about him being white and broke. And you guys, that theory gets even uglier when
what's wrong with being white and broke?
You look at what happened next. The argument, the hotel staff even separating them into different rooms, and Joe's radio silence to Ashley's family. Ashley's final days are just not adding up. So let's figure out what really happened.
Nah, bro, if you been radio silent to somebody's family that you been like very close with, bro, that puts a red flag on you, dude. Like, you was the last person to see her. Why are you being quiet?
2026. Yeah, just a few days ago. Ashley was in
April when?
Early April 2026.
Oh, early April 20. It's still this year though. It's still this month.
Ashley was in Zanzibar, Tanzania, celebrating her 31st birthday. To her 130,000 Instagram followers, she was known as Ashley Janae, a Miami model and influencer living the good life and spreading good vibes. She was also pretty open about her boyfriend, millionaire crypto investor Joe McCann. And in fact, they projected a very happy couple image on her TikTok. So when these two started posting from Zanzibar, people weren't surprised to see that luxurious, polished, soft life content. But they were surprised when Ashley hit them with a proposal.
He proposed? What? Nah, that hard, bro. That I ain't got words. That I can't think of the right word, but that hard, bro. Whoever came up with that idea, that hard. And if both of them love nature that hard. But yo, why would you do this to your so-called to be fiance?
She captioned the video, "Still taking this in, somewhere in Africa." She followed it with this photo captioned, "If this is a dream, no one wake me up." Then on April 5th, her birthday, she posted herself feeding a giraffe, plus the line that now haunts this case. Chapter 31, and I'm exactly where I need to be. And that's where her posts stopped. That's when she stopped replying to happy birthday texts too. 3 days later, Ashley would be found unresponsive in that same villa.
No.
Here's how this dreamy engagement trip turned into a horror show overnight.
Now, I'm not sure if everybody was just like not taught the unspoken rule, or if y'all just stopped giving a I don't know which one it is. I can't fault y'all for not knowing. But it's been happening so often lately that I feel like I have to say something.
What you gotta say, Ashley? But that's her name, right?
Enough is enough.
That ain't her name, I'm bad.
Walking is like driving a car. It means you stay to the right at all times. You stay to the right. Only time you go to the left is if you gotta speed past somebody on the right. That means if you're walking in the mall, all the stores is on the right-hand side. Boom, store, store, store. Only time you cross over to the left is if the store is on the other side.
Yep.
If you are going up the stairs, you stay to the right. The person coming down is going to be on your left and their right.
Yep.
Still staying to the right.
Yep.
What's not clicking? Make it make sense. You are f***ing up feet traffic.
Who messing up the traffic?
Up.
This was what Ashley's mom, Yolanda, says. He told me that Ashley did something to herself and she was being taken to the hospital. And he told me that she was stable. I said, what happened? And he told me it had been 11 hours prior.
That don't make no sense, bro. if she hurt herself, and why is she in the villa? Why is she in the villa?
So Joe called her on April 9th to say her daughter had been rushed to the hospital unresponsive.
10
the day
days ago.
before. He found her in their walk-in wardrobe like that. By noon on April 9th, Ashley was pronounced dead at the hospital. And by the end of the day, the police had a narrative around the cause. A second hospital where Ashley was taken
It's a homicide for sure. It's a homicide for sure.
Cerebral hypoxia by strangulation and
GG.
suffocation. Police ruled it as self-deletion. But even the official reports note the reaction from Ashley's family. Her family and friends strongly reject this conclusion,
I don't
calling
think
the
it either.
circumstances suspicious and demanding a transparent investigation. Conflicting accounts, missing forensic results, and public pressure from supporters and human rights groups have fueled international scrutiny. And you guys, those conflicting accounts go really far. Some reports say that she was found in the wardrobe. Others say just inside the villa. Earlier rumors even pointed to an entirely different location.
Well, not
then
yet.
there's the timeline itself. When was she found? How long had she been there? When exactly was help called? At this point, none of those facts are clear. Ashley's dad, Harry, was pretty clear on how he's feeling right now.
Uncertainty, mystery, anger.
I'll be shell shocked. I can't imagine how you feel.
Sadness. It's like a part of me has just been taken away.
And then we get to the part that really made her family stop trusting anything they were hearing.
Hours later, the luxury hotel the couple was staying at called saying Ashley passed away.
Yeah, the resort, not Joe.
Wait, whoa. Why is the resort letting the family know that she's gone? Why is it? Where is Joe? Bro, we gotta put Joe in an investigation.
To notify them. And it doesn't stop there. Reports started circulating that Joe didn't immediately alert any people after reportedly finding Ashley in the wardrobe.
Where Joe at, bro? We gotta go find Joe.
Before everything came out, and before help was offered to Ashley. Now, again, we have to be careful here. Not everything is confirmed just yet. However,
we still gotta go find Joe at this point.
Her mother said Robinson called on April 8th to say she and her fiance had argued and were moved into separate rooms. That's the last time that Ashley spoke to her family. It's unclear what the fight was about, but
no way, bruh. No way my internet just went out. I ain't cutting this out. No way Spectrum literally just went out. I'm gonna be back. Alright, we back. The internet did go out.
That's the last time that Ashley spoke to her family. It's unclear what the fight was about, but it was bad enough that the hotel staff stepped in and gave them separate rooms. Mere hours later, she was found unresponsive, so the question becomes unavoidable. What happened in that gap? Here's what we know, and
we at the resort. Where the cameras at? Yo, officers, what we doing?
Brace yourselves because it is infuriating.
Well, we still early. Never mind. I was about to say we still early. Let's see what's going on.
When we zoom in on that gap between the fight and the hospital call, the case splits into two completely different versions of reality. According to the Tanzanian authorities, the sequence goes like this.
Investigators in Tanzania said she had been in a fight with her fiance, Joe McCann, hours earlier, and the two were separated by hotel staff. He was moved to a different villa, which was about a 10-minute walk away from where she was staying.
A 10-minute walk is a proper distance. This detail matters quite a lot. It offers us a timeline and a context. By the end of April 8th, Ashley was not alone on this trip. And it's within that window that she passes. So not only does the fight put Joe in a bad light, but how clear can his version of events actually be? What did he see or hear? And how did he realize something was wrong if he wasn't there? We don't know any of these things from him or from the police. However, we now have this information.
Now, we did get some new information. We know that authorities in Tanzania have confiscated her fiance's passport.
Oh, he ain't coming home.
Yep, Joe's passport has just been seized by authorities.
He ain't coming home.
And according to the latest police reports, he is now being questioned.
Yep,
the
he ain't coming
Tanzania
home.
police posted on their social media to confirm Joseph Isaac McCann is now an official suspect, even though he's not under arrest. And there's another version of reality. Ashley's friends and family back home getting nothing more than scraps from the Zanzibar police. According to ABC, the family says they have contacted police, the consulate, and the embassy, but have not received additional information beyond confirmation that the death remains under investigation. They have also requested surveillance footage.
That's what I'm saying. Where the footage at? Y'all know y'all got it.
Nothing.
No one wants to talk to us. Like, just let us know what happened. That's the only thing we want to know is the truth.
I don't know. I guess they still in their investigation.
They've even been
So
staying in Washington, D.C., hoping to keep close contact with the embassy. Imagine how upside down their lives feel right now. And yet, all they get is the same as us. Some updates from the news.
We don't have anything.
wait, hold on. How the news getting updates before the family get updates? Well, what's up with that?
Police.
These two versions don't tend to coexist.
That's like
this
crazy.
long unless
I know that
something
joint like
is missing or
5K at least.
And that's exactly
5K
why
a
people
person.
close to Ashley are refusing to accept this version of events. It's also why they're looking at the man most likely to know more than he lets on.
Where is Joe?
On paper, Joe McCann looks exactly like the kind of guy you would expect Ashley to be with. According to the International Business Times, Joe McCann is the founder, CEO, and chief investment officer of Asymmetric Financial. We're talking big crypto money hedge fund world, tech circles, all that kind of jazz. The kind of lifestyle that fits perfectly into the soft life image that Ashley was building online. And for about 1.5 years, that was what this relationship looked
What game
like.
me at? We should go get tacos. Let's go. I kind of want some tacos. I ain't gonna lie to
Ashley
you.
didn't post very often about her relationship with Joe, but when she did, it was polished and romantic. And when she did go out in public during her last trip, it really did feel like a dream come
That's
true.
crazy,
the proposal
bro.
aligned with her birthday, the animals she loved so much, the beaches, the sun. Ashley was telling the world exactly what she did in her last caption. I'm exactly where I need to be. Her family expressed the shocking contrast in the statement they released on April 12th. Nothing about this loss feels real. One minute she's celebrating love and life in true Ashley fashion, and the next she was gone. The suddenness, the unanswered questions, and the distance from home have made this tragedy even more overwhelming. And you guys, the internet is picking up on the inconsistencies too. Here's
Yeah,
someone's
the
theory
internet
on
tech
X.
is on it.
She
Let's
paid
do
for
it.
her own birthday trip, excursions, and even planned her own engagement. She got tired of faking the funk for social media and approached him about being white and broke. The white man rage kicked in. Now, look, I know random comments
Hold on. If that theory is true, you playing your own engagement? What the heck this man doing? Hold on. She paid for the ring? So this guy's a broke crypto CEO? Nah, hold on. What was it? I'm gonna let video play while I search
evidence,
crypto.
but when something like this happens, people go back and reread
I don't
everything.
even know what the crypto was called.
And Joe's behavior right now is only making these theories
I'll figure
pile
it out
up.
later.
We did reach out to McCann and have not heard back.
Joe has been radio silent to everyone, from reporters to friends back home, and yes, to Ashley's family. The only time he contacted them was April 9th, 11 hours after reportedly finding Ashley in her
Not talking to
villa.
We
anyone.
just think it's very odd that our daughter is traveling with Joe and we don't hear anything from Joe. To me, that's very odd. And initial call that she got from Joe was 11 hours after something had transpired in the room. And that's very odd.
Not to mention, when he did call, Ashley was in critical condition, yet he framed it like everything was okay and they shouldn't worry. Maybe that's some people's way of comforting families far away, but when you add this up to everything else, it doesn't look good for Joe.
There has been no communication here.
And then there's his past. Not criminal or dramatic, but layered. Joe was previously married to a marketing professional, Shea Jackson, between 2018 and 2021. And yet, in 2024, he posted about having a wife and two very young children. So people are confused about what his actual personal life looked like. It's not even clear if he has kids with Shea or with someone else even before that. And in Ashley's story, this just adds to the fog.
Do you believe that Joe McCann had something to do with your daughter's death?
It's under investigation and we don't know what went on.
For all the headlines and theories online right now, her family agrees with the obvious. We don't have any details yet, not even an autopsy or toxicology report, nor a detailed forensic breakdown of what was actually found inside that villa. Not even the footage they asked for from the villa was sent. And yet it's a no-brainer that luxury hotels like that will have security footage.
If there's security footage, that will
They
tell
have
the story.
security
So
footage, bro. They just not giving it to anyone for some odd reason. I guess
that what he's saying is true.
So why are they kept out of the loop like that? And then there's one more layer that may delay the truth even further for Ashley's family. This happened all the way in Zanzibar. So you've got an American victim abroad with an investigation handled entirely by local authorities and parents who are in DC escalating to no avail. And while the Zanzibar hotel is still refusing to respond to Ashley's family, they did release this statement. We are deeply saddened by a tragic incident involving one of our guests. If you ask Carrie and Yolanda, this only adds more distance, because if they're good enough to respond to ABC's request, then why are they stonewalling them?
That's literally what I say. I'm like, why are you responding to the news?
Somewhere in reports. Forensic results that haven't been released, and of course in Joe's mind. But while we don't have access to these, all we've got is theories. And the more Joe stays quiet, the wilder the theories get. YouTuber Fumi Dusalu has a thing or two to say about Joe's arrogance.
Uh-oh, what she gotta say?
Took her away from her family, away from everything. In a country, I'm white. I feel superior. If I say this is what happened, that's what happened.
And what Fumi's getting at there is a darker theory that's hard to unsee. Maybe this trip to Zanzibar wasn't random. Maybe it wasn't random that Ashley was taken far away from her home and her support
somebody on Twitter
into a place where control, money, and status could tilt the narrative before anyone could question it. Now again, that's just a wild internet theory, but it's all we've got right now. If there's even a chance something like that played a role, I shudder at the thought. So until Ashley Janae's case makes headlines with more updates, what do you guys think?
Bro, Joe is under a freaking what do you call it? Where's Joe? Let get Joe, bro. Find Joe. I know. I feel like I forgot what's the what country's doing the investigation, but I feel like they're not. Nah, that don't make sense. I feel like they're not telling the family because they're trying to do their own investigation, but they also breaking news at ABC for odd reason. Like, why are you telling ABC and not the family? Like, you should be telling the family first, and then ask them should they break the news to ABC or something. Like, what's up? Why are y'all doing that? I don't know. I'm trying to find Joe's what you call it right now. So give me 2 seconds. Alright, I couldn't even find it, bro. I went on my Fidelity app and tried to find it, but I couldn't find it. But hey, man, I'm gonna get at your boys on the next one. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Till next time.